Hey guys, welcome back to the Pontel Podcast. Welcome to today's episode. So episode ya leo tunaongelea how to energetically own the life you want. Niko na founder wetu pale, treasurer wetu, and we have sijui nitasema new face, new guest, but good vibes today. All about positive vibes. So tuanzia pale, mtu ajiintroduce na usijiite tribal chief.
As you all know me, I'm the founder of Podtel Podcast and also your tribal chief. And you should acknowledge me. So yeah, welcome to this episode. Tunafurahi sana for your support in every episode we release. I like seeing that pale comments mnatu congratulate, and yeah, I think by ikifika 16 November this year we will have something to celebrate huge. So yeah, so karibu.
Ni mimi. Habari zenu. Naitwa I am Nora, the treasurer of the Podtel Podcast. Tumeni pesa kwa namba yangu, sina fuliza, sina deni.
Hi. I am Eunice Orenge. For those who do not know me, I am indeed a new face here, and I hope to enjoy my time here, and I hope as you're viewing you will also enjoy and learn quite a few things from us today. Welcome.
Yeah. Okay. So sit down, kaa chini, tafuta kinywaji, whichever you like to enjoy hii podcast. So tukiendelea, leo tunaongelea how to energetically own the life you want. Wewe kama Eddie, what's the life? What's your ideal life? Ukikaa chini, ukiwa kwa bafu, ukiwa kwa choo, hiyo maisha unafanya.
I think umetumia nini mbaya but
kwa choo it works.
Kwa choo
for me no.
You've never gone with your phone kwa choo.
Zizi itaanguka. So
not pit latrine.
Choo zake ni pit latrine, so I understand.
So for me, how I view life and how I want my life to be is that for me, like kama friendships, I want it to be like peaceful. I want to learn something from you. As unaona kama podcast we learn a lot from each other, which that's a plus for me. In relationships, that's love relationships. I want to learn something like I have your back, you have my back. So for me and life in general, I'm a person who likes to learn. I like to be corrected, and so that's how I view life.
How do you view life, Patrice?
Okay, and like Eddie, choza kwetu ni safi msex. Unaweza enda na simu.
Nasema yetu ni chafu.
Unaweza enda na simu.
Okay, zake ni pit latrine. Yako ni za kukalia.
Zangu za kukalia, so you can. Unaweza enda na simu kimeditate. So for me, my ideal life inakuanga, I want to be in a position where I'm stable financially. In that
everyone wants to be financially stable. So
my financial freedom is different from your financial freedom.
Everyone wants financial freedom.
Okay, life yangu ina revolve around financial
pesa. Okay, yes.
Okay, also, sawa, since
jamaa anasema hivyo na kwa 12 bob pesa.
Walai.
Si tumetoka kwa green hapa na walinunulia nyi wote mayai. Nani bola?
Sawa, basi pole mkuu.
Okay, anyway, my ideal life for me is I want to be in a position where I have genuine friends. Genuine good friends. I have a genuine partner, mtu naweza aminia, mtu ninapenda. Like I want to be in a position where life yangu haina stress nyingi. Not financial stress, like emotional stress, friendship stress, vitu kama hizo. Physical. Mimi mwili yangu iko sawa.
Nasema unaweza kuwa kwa bafu unasema yeye ni smart na uanguke ndani. That's physical.
Bafu sexy azinanga atusema mangi
mko na time.
Tabs. Every
bad tab.
You are supposed to be at work at 8, umeamka 7:40. Will you go to the tab?
Unaamkanga 7:40? Now you see. Sense of responsibility is lost.
And
If
then
you're supposed to be at work by 8, you get up at 6.
What time do men get up actually?
For me, I go to work by 7. Me, I'm up by 6.
You're
Ndio
already
nioshe
late.
vyombo za jana sapa.
You're already late.
No, I'm not late. Ndafika job by 7 exact. 6 I'm not late.
Unataka kijiko moja, kikombe moja.
No.
Moja.
see-
Hebu ulikulia kwa sufuria.
Exactly.
hebu endelea.
Okay, so I was saying for me nataka ile life calm, without drama, without stress, with a lot of genuine friends, with good vibes, positive vibes kama hii ya podcast. Like I want to grow myself more emotionally, physically, na pia intellectually. For me that's my ideal life. Na pesa, of course.
Yeah, but let's move to our guest up.
What is an ideal life for me? What would I want my life to look like in the next 15 or so, 20 years, if God grants me life? So, okay, so an ideal life for me is where I am able to provide for myself, one that is peaceful. I guess that is what everyone just wants, and one that you're successful in whatever you are doing, and your dreams, you achieve whatever dreams that you have. But I think with time, I think that has changed for me, and particularly at this particular point in time, I think I would just want to live my life for Christ. I think that is just what ideally is my want and the desire of my heart right now, is to just do, it's to acquire eternal life. So in whatever I want to do right now, whatever I am doing, whatever I live by, is to acquire life eternally. So I think that is the life ideally I would picture for myself. Yeah.
I just got inspired by the way.
Wow. Inspired,
I
eh?
just-
Inspired mazee.
Manze, nimepatwa na inspiration moja serious kwa sisi wote. Yeye
haven't
peke yake ndo
stopped.
ametaja Christ kwa
I
hii
haven't
story.
stopped.
Mimi ameanza kutaja Christ.
Ametaja
Nimeanza kuvision my life.
unaona kwenye alianzia success nini, alafu akasema but of now
Tunaongelea-
zimechange
tunaongelea-
Christ to
tunaongelea-
eternal life.
tunaongelea
Hiyo mnaongelea miondoko. Tunaongelea mapenzi na marafiki. Watu wako kwa Yesu.
But
Sasa
it all goes back to God.
it all goes back to God.
Thank you,
Okay.
Jesus. Thank you, Jesus.
Now let's go to
Thank you,
kiongozi
Jesus.
wetu wa pesa.
Yes.
Drop it.
Definitely.
Usiongelee Christ pia.
No,
Atafuata.
I'm saved. I am saved.
Mhm.
By that I'm getting baptized come April. Mtakuja. Thank you. So either way, mimi napenda magari. I'm this type of girl who loves cars and speed. So definitely I'd want to acquire a very nice car for myself, a very nice stable car for myself. Alafu apart from that, last year nilikula heartbreak ya maana. Truth be told, yeah? And then healing process nini, I came and found out I actually enjoy doing charity work. So my ideal life in the next few years, nataka nikuwe in a position yenyewe I'm able to help the less fortunate, street kids, wale watoto wametupwa, those who don't have parents, when you're for rescue center, Red Cross, etc. Like, really realize that thing, doing charity actually gives me peace. Inanifanya nasikia vizuri, it gives me happiness, it gives me inner peace. Inanipea tu tranquility flani and I don't get and I've never gotten it from somewhere else or from someone until I started doing it last year. I realized, hey, this thing is really nice for me. So the next 10 to 15, I really want to be in a position to help others.
And where do you get your funds?
God anajua. As at now, I don't know. God anajua.
Inshallah.
Ushapata fani.
Eh.
Mimi ni mmoja.
Mungu anajua
Amefanya.
mbele.
Ushaanza
Thank you,
kupata.
guys.
Actually, I'll invite you to come to my organization. At For the Heart.
Fans.
Yeah.
We, imesemekana msikwe fans wa mayai peke yake. You are drugs.
Continue sasa.
Okay. So, okay, we all have our ideal life.
Yeah.
So the question is how to
Own
own
it.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before tuende kwa the energetic part, now let's go step by step. How to own that life. how do you own your life in? How do you own your ideal life?
How do I own
Now,
my
now
ideal?
that tumejua yako ina revolve around mapenzi na wasichana na marafiki.
Sijasema
Yeah,
mapenzi.
toa wasichana bana.
Nimesema friendships, kuna hiyo love.
Wasichana, mapenzi, tuendelee.
So how I own it for me, like nilikuwa nawaambia in the last episode, before like I go into friendship, kuna certain values I look. Sindio?
You have a checklist.
I have a checklist. So like if you're not financial discipline, if you're not self-disciplined to yourself, first of all pia lazima ukuwe msee una Mungu ni nini. Sindio? So that's what I see in a person. Alafu unaangalia pia vibes, how you carry yourself. Unajua huwezi sema like kuna tabia tu fulani uko nayo na uoni kwangu. Wanasemanga birds of the same feather flock together. So ukisema kama Patricia kuna hii tabia, pia lazima Eda kuwe na the same tabia, na maybe hii tabia ni mbaya na it won't paint a good picture on you. Ndio. So I think me I own my life, or the ideal life I have, by respecting first myself. Na reciprocate that to myself, I know pia out I reciprocate ndio back. And I like this thing, like I attract who I am. Ndio, I like that because mimi upenda ni attract ule msee najiona, like nikisema like let's say Patrice, nikisema na I see myself in Patrice, not in that type of way, but as a friend, as a
Ungetumia Nora.
Usiwathink kutokea
Msogoro.
msogoro.
Umeanza biashara hivi raishi hapa. Umeanza Chronicle. Chocolate sanduku.
Makosa ni yangu.
Nitakuweka kwa sanduku.
Makosa ni yangu chuzi.
Kwanza.
Makosa ni yangu.
Don't.
Okay.
So, I like
Let's start being. Use Nora as an example. Use your sisters.
Use me.
No wonder wasichana ni wawili leo.
Tumia Nora. Like I would love to see Nora. Like kama najiona kwa Nora. Like I see myself through my eyes. Kitu kama hiyo.
Like
Through her eyes.
when you organized.
Eyes, yeah.
Unaona venye niko organized and they're like, why am I seeing myself in
Yeah,
uniform?
kama hiyo. That's what I meant.
Okay. No, okay, with all offense, I think ungetumia sister yako sasa. Ndio nimeanza kuona the organization part is not is not.
You're not supposed to see yourself in your sister.
No.
You're not supposed to see yourself in blood. You're supposed to
No.
see yourself in strangers.
No, the point is not that. My point is, I'm a semi-story organization.
I'm an organized person.
Okay, back to our topic. Square violent. Okay, so
Ulikuwa na swali kuniuliza.
okay, so umesema for you think you see yourself, seeing yourself in someone is okay, is kuna kizungu umetumia.
Yeah.
Sawa. So how do you necessarily look at this person na useme kuna hii values, because there's kuna vitu tudogo you can change in a person. Mtu anaweza kuwa hakuwa organized, anaweza mfanya kuwa organized.
In how you carry yourself. I've said you attract what you are.
And these values you see in that person at talking stage. Ukiwa talking stage.
Hata friendships kuna talking stage.
Yeah. Zile za like let's say you are arranging mnapanga kwenda like a lunch date. Unapata mimi ni mtu mwenye nitakwambia like I'll tell you today ama two days ama a day before I'll tell you like nataka by the way kesho ama kesho kutwa we go for a lunch date. Unaona, I let you know prior. I let you know the place.
This person is organized.
Kama ni ku split bill,
Okay.
I let you know ukuje na how much, nikuje na how
That
much.
that comes back. Which friends do you have?
I have.
Kwa nini?
Hey. Friends mnaenda lunch date, friends you organize.
Eh,
You
friends
have
go
good
for-
friends.
friends go-
I have
Let's go for lunch date.
Yeah, friends kama branch ni nini.
Leo maybe uko wapi? Mimi niko free. Uko free akuja
as
kuja
like
tunywe
with
chai.
dates.
They are lunch dates. Okay, sasa ni nini?
For me, I don't call them dates.
You call them?
When you call them, ukiita date, ukiambia mtu twende lunch date, people
Ndio maana kuna kuanga the okay, no offense, lakini ndio maana wanasemanga There's literate people. Oh, no, you utatoka vibaya
9
sana.
literate
No,
people
no,
iko
no,
tu
no,
hivyo.
no, you're
Ni hivyo
what?
umesema
You're
iko tu
what?
hivyo. It is that
You're
blunt.
what? Okay, let me say. You're not supposed to take things the way they are. No.
There's always a meaning behind
Yeah,
it.
there's always a meaning behind it. Say you date inamaanisha mimi na Edith tuna date. No, it's just a large date. Like we organized tarehe 2 na 2 tukue na large date.
Yeah.
Hivyo.
Okay.
Yeah.
So-
Tuko next to you.
Okay, to you. How do
The
you
question
own?
was?
How do you own your ideal life?
Oh yeah, how do I own my ideal life? Eddie ashasema you attract.
Who you are,
Is it who you are or what you want?
who you are. You attract who you are.
You attract who you are.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
It makes sense.
It makes-
If I'm kind, I'll attract kind people.
Oh, you attract who you are. Now I get.
Yeah. If you are toxic, you attract
Toxic.
Toxic. Okay, this is how I. The question was.
how to own your ideal life.
Oh yeah, how to own your ideal life. Mimi, dasemaje, I'm a happy soul. I'm a very happy soul. Sijui, I don't hate, okay, I do hate for like 10 minutes alafu nasahau. Unaona? And right now, my ideal life in the future is to like be in a position to help people. Right now, I'm doing charity work whenever I get a chance to do so. I go visit the street kids in a rescue center. We go like kama ni taking care of the environment, we go plant trees, necessarily not for a payment, because like last year we had this drive na Eldoret, yeah, was it TFP, tree for peace, yeah, we were planting trees everywhere for peace, na haikuwa with any benefits whatsoever. So right now I'm not okay, right now I'm trying my best to help those who I can. And niko sure it's manifesting. Niko sure Mother Nature ananifeel, Mungu ananiona, you know.
Feeling the vibrance.
Mother Nature anafeel like udem anang'ang'ana, anajaribu venye anaweza. You see, that's how I'm owning it. So, na najua in due time I'll be in that position yenye naweza sema Edi mko wapi? Leo tunaenda rescue center Nakuru hivyo. And then I'm the one funding everything. You just appear. I just want a team. Unaona? Hivyo.
That's nice.
That's nice.
That's nice.
Well, how do you?
Okay, I'd say for me, I don't own my ideal life yet, but I am working through it by one, after good friends, like real friends.
You're not supposed to look for friends.
But you can.
You can look for friends.
Is it really wise to do so?
Yeah.
Ni kama
Unaona
kutoka
sasa
nje
kama-
kutafuta boyfriend or girlfriend. Is it really wise to do so?
Okay.
Yeah, in fact, you should intentionally, I think for guys generally, you should intentionally look for someone.
Unaona-
You intentionally go out looking for someone.
Yeah, men.
You just don't stumble upon a
Men
girl.
Yeah.
You just don't stumble upon a lady and then you say, oh yeah, you can be my
Na
girlfriend.
hizo story ati tuligongana supermarket side bibi yangu.
Well, it happens, but so the thought in the guy's mind was, I'm looking for a wife.
yeah.
So wakigongana supermarket, they're like, oh yeah, actually, you can be my wife. Get.
Yeah, unajua sisi kama men, how we are made, like we are made to like hunt or these kind of things.
Okay, now
So, history
the,
ya-
the kizungu you're using is not appropriate. You don't hunt. Si wanyama.
Yeah, that's hunting.
It's still okay.
It's still okay. It's
Still
hunting.
okay.
It's still okay.
Sisi ni
People job
wanyama.
hunt.
Sisi ni wanyama, only that we
People
just-
job hunt, house hunt.
IQ yetu iko
House hunt.
juu, yeah.
Kizungu hiyo msikiangi.
Hawana kizungu. Hawana kizungu.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, man.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Endelea.
Okay, so for me, I'd say I am niko in the yani I'm associating myself with good friends, genuine friends. Like we met with tulipatana na Eddie kwa event yake, hata tuko tunajuana. We just met kwa hiyo event na akan invite kwa podcast, and we've been friends from then. Like it was a coincidence that may turn out kuwa positive stuff. I'd say I am associating myself na good friends. Akina Eddie, Limo, Wewe. Ish.
He,
I am
Mr.
knowing
Director.
her. I am knowing her.
Mi nisha feel vibe yake.
Iko on
Damu yangu
point.
ishamkubali.
Well.
Go on point.
Well, that's it for the video, guys. That's it for the video.
Mr. Director pale. Okay. I don't think I've said this before, but I told someone the third time we met for episode, I told someone since niingia podcast life yangu imechange in a weird good way. Kuna hii positive vibe fulani niko nayo, inafikanga Wednesday roho yangu tu iko na furaha fulani, sijui inatoka wapi, iko tu psyched up. Okay,
yeah, we spread light in this podcast.
Okay.
Hey, speaking of which, I'm supposed to tell you something later. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, vitu zenu za
Nafungua roho leo.
Tafadhali.
Unakumbuka okay, tumetoka kuongelea enye that part of loneliness enye you go talk to someone and then you find a solution just by talking to them. Now you've said something, then I've remembered something. I was supposed to tell Eddie.
What? Mbona usiniambie?
Because it is on me and Eddie play.
Endelea.
Okay, sawa.
Umemaliza.
Mungu ananiona. So, okay, I'm like associating myself with good friends in health. Also, try to improve myself in terms of relationship, like to improve my view on relationship, how my relationship should be. Yani to improve two small defects niko nazo in terms of
Do
relationship.
you want to be perfect?
I cannot be perfect. I'll never
You
be
want to be
perfect. I don't want to be perfect.
You
I want
just
to be the best version
You
of
want to live
myself.
a meaningful life, something meaningful.
I want to be the best version of myself. The best person I can be is what I want. The best version pia si perfect, but
Yeah.
it's, at least
It's a learning
iko na
curve.
mashida less.
The best version of you, at least. Okay, the now version, you know how to basics. The basics that men know how to cook. Maji, chele mayai. So at least sahii tumeongeza uji on the list. Or tea.
Okay, ukiongelea kupika na your friend. Because
I knew it.
I cook everything.
Oh,
Everything. There's nothing I can't cook.
can you bake?
Yeah, I can bake.
Okay.
I cook, I wash. In terms of vitu za nyumba, I'm good. I'm golden. I'm a catch. Majamaa text inbox. Utawarushia handle yangu pale mwisho. Madem, wewe.
We don't judge.
Nimesoma shambani ka realize wanaume wengine wanaweza nirukia. Madem.
Utaka msogoro.
We won't judge.
I will say this for the sake
But
of
we-
those who will
but-
misunderstand
but we
me.
won't judge
I am
you.
strictly straight.
We won't judge
Strictly.
you.
Yeah, we don't judge.
Off the topic.
We are going off the topic. Okay.
Aya.
I think that's that's how I am owning my life.
Mhm.
Kuji-associate, now I say like kuji-improve. For me it's a process. Sijafika hapo, but I think I am on my way to it. Yeah.
Eunice?
Okay, so the question, how do I own my life? How can anyone necessarily own their life? That means you do not entirely have it right now. It's something you're in the process of owning or in the process of acquiring. And it's something really good if you're working with the end in mind. If you're working with where do I want to be in mind, then it is a better place to work from. It's something really good to work from. If you have the vision to be somewhere or be at destination B, and you have to know whatever routes or you have to take from place A to get to place B. So I think for me, how I'm specifically owning my ideal life is to, one, build the necessary skills I need to, because we're talking about career success, we're talking about family success, we're talking about spiritual success. It is basically just working with that particular end goal in mind. Just working with, I want to end up, say, a random example, end up, say, working for Safaricom. And what does it take for me to end up at this particular place? I need to acquire this particular set of skills. Am I doing that right now? No. Does it make sense for me to continually want to end up at this place? No. So what am I doing with my life currently if I really want to end up at point B and I'm not taking the necessary routes to end up at this place? So it is definitely continually asking myself these particular questions with regards to whatever aspects I'd want to end up in, whatever wherever I would just want to end up in whatever aspect, and just continually asking myself, if I am working with that particular end goal in mind. But what question I would want to pose to my panelists here, having talked about your end goal, having talked about your friendships, your relationships with so much energy and vigor and vision, what happens if it doesn't work out? What happens if what happens if you wake up today and you no longer want to be the person you've always wanted to be? What happens if you wake up and you be like, I don't necessarily feel charitable anymore, or I would want to pursue other things? What would happen then when you just wake up and you decide, in fact, with this particular course, I think it is not what I would want to do right now. One, is it okay? Is it society? Is it okay according to the society? Will you welcome that thought personally, and how would you chart now a way forward from that particular place?
So for me, I think I can begin. So when you're life ni ile kitu like you don't know what happens tomorrow, sindio? And kitu naweza ku advise our audience hapa ni, if something happens like you don't feel charitable again, ama kama hii podcast niamke tu kesho niseme hii ndio mwisho, this is the last episode na hii ndio mistake kufanya podcast tena, like something lazima ikuwe imekudrive hapo, sindio? Alafu if a situation happens to you, like let's say nimeenda town alafu nipate accident, nigongwe macho, nikuwe blind, so hii ni kitu ujitaki, lakini but life has brought you there. So what I can urge or tell someone ni accept. Do acceptance kwanza. Accept it and start healing from it. Sasa anza kujifunza like what's the next thing I can do. Like unaweza jifunza like watu blind wanafanya nini? Sign language, braille, unaweza anza kujifunza braille. Like lakini so huwezi jifunza kama huja accept. Huwezi shika kitu. So acceptance, it goes a long way. I think that's my view on that.
Okay, me I'd say ina depend na situation. Okay, unaweza kuwa, let's say amesema kama course, unaweza kuwa unafanya course ikakuwa tricky, ikakuwa ngumu at some point, ikakuwa challenging, ikakusumbua. So I think ukichukua situation kama hiyo ya course ama hiyo ya charitable, ukiacha kufeel charitable, ukiacha kufeel kama unataka charity, you look at why you started it. Why did I choose this course? Why did I start this charity? Ukiangalia reason for starting, itakupea exact definition of where you want to go. Because if nilianza na the aim of helping people and everything, it means I still want to help people. Maybe nimepoteza line of sight kiasi. So go back to where it all began, nita gain line of sight, ama nitarudi back to some sense of this is why they started, so I think I should continue. In the other situations where you cannot change, ama ni ile situation imekuweka that going back to the start won't help, I'd say try to find an alternative solution. You want to reach to point A, unataka kufungua, like she said, she loves charity. You want to open your own orphanage ama school ya kufacilitate an organization. Umefika point kakuwa ngumu. Going back to the start does not really help. Unafaa kutafuta, like I'd advise kutafute alternative methods of kufika hapo. If your method was your own financial help na imekataa, you go to now your friends, ama unatafuta donors.
Ama you see what I do, unajua kwanza hizi za charity, it's hard because kwanza we don't work as youth. Kama sai we are still students.
Not all are working.
Yeah, not all
are earning.
Yeah. So what I do, you go back to the government. Kuna hizi government, they offer some things like unaenda kwa CBO, charity based organization, wanakuregister and county iko na pesa. The county always has money. So ukisha register, the government knows you, like you have a plan. Unawapatia plan yako. I think they can help you. If umeona kama the money you're raising, you guys can raise like 3k. At 3k iwezi lisha like a children's home juu. Haiwezi, itakuwa ngumu. Maybe mwapikie lunch alafu muende. And you know that's not enough. Haiwezi tosha. Yeah, so yeah, sweets alafu muende. Alafu so you can go back to the government, show them the plan if you're serious. The government wanapenda watu serious because kuna so many conmen who want money. They can use that opportunity alafu waende watumie pesa ya government vibaya. So go back to the government and muangalie hiyo that process alafu I think you can have a good thing to start.
So it's okay to rethink your process.
Yeah.
It's okay to rethink your steps.
Yeah.
I think that is just where I was heading with the thought that life is not linear. It's not like a straight line or any particular graph that you think at 20 something you want to end up at this particular place, and life does not work out for you in that regard and you end up thinking that like all is lost, or you start wondering why your dreams are changing or your passion is changing, or you just don't necessarily like to take photographs anymore, you just don't want to feel, you don't necessarily feel, as my sister here, charitable anymore. So life is not linear, life is no graph at all. You might want to be something today and not want to be that thing tomorrow, and it is definitely okay as long as you go back to the drawing board and just chart a way forward and figure out where life goes from there.
Yeah, I think that's nice. And nikiangalia like your life, it's not easy. Alafu unajua sisi kama youths, I think sisi kama youths in this generation, we are learning life in a hard way. Ndio, like unapata je mtoto sasa in this generation where costs are high, unaona bei za pampa ziko juu. We have fake friends. Now to do how to handle them.
Yeah.
We have like judgment from society. We have toxic relationships. Izo familia tunasema we want izo marriages.
Yeah.
Like is this person like ni image unataka kwa life yako? Like is this the real deal of a guy you want? Is this the real deal of a lady you want? Kwa wengine it's a no, because kuna wengine wanakaa kwa relationship because of financial gains. Kuna wengine wanakaa tu hapo because ukitaka kumwacha chiki anaanza kukupiga. So I think us as a youth side we are learning it in a very very hard way, and ukiona wengi wamepotea, it's because they don't know how to figure it out.
We have just not even the current situation, the current society, commercialize everything.
Yeah.
So getting someone being into something genuine is very rare to find.
Very rare. Alafu unajua sasa hii everything imekuwa based into numbers.
Yeah.
Ndio, like how much do you have?
What do you bring to the table?
Yeah. Ukikuwa na 500 na utakuwa na dem.
Yes.
Wapi?
Aje sasa.
Utampeleka hapo hoteli, unakula tu, unasikia 800. Kijana ndio amefuliza, akona deni ya 400, alilipa hiyo 500. Pressure. Ameanza kunyonga watu, ameanza kuingia drugs, ameanza kuingia hizi, kuna hizi stuff za online zio kupata money faster. Easy come, easy go.
Is it catfishing?
Yeah. Uwezi sema tunapata 5 million umeka kwa nyumba.
By the hiyo story bebe inanisumbua.
No, okay, unajua tukienda kwa hizi, ukianza kuongelea online deals, some of them are genuine.
Yes,
Some are genuine, like genuine umse hiyo pesa ni yake. Ali invest ikarudi. Then some ni nitasema tu njia za
let's say 5% out of 100
are genuine. Most of them are fake.
Yeah.
So in this generation kuna a lot of pressures, a lot of vitu za like kuna a lot tuna handle, but we are like tuna handle a lot at a young age. Some of us tuna handle hata before to grow. Situations zinatufanya unakuwa forced to grow earlier than you may grow. Yeah, so like unapata msee ako 16 but due to the situation amekuwa forced akili yake ipande kama mtu ako 30. Ama ipande kama mtu ako 40 or something. So for me I'd say it's all about take your life as it is. Ikikuja, sit down, start and like plan on it. If things change, angalia from that perspective. Sasa juu vitu zimeenda hivi, kuna barabara yenye nitapitia ni road back to my goal. Is there another way I can go through? Is there another path that I can use? It's all about rerouting your steps. The same way, let me use Google. Ukitumia Google Maps niweke hapa kwako edi kama point yangu ya kufika. Nifike pale town niende hivi instead of nirudi hivi. So like Google inakupea authority, inakupea like ina reroute your step, inakwambia fanya hivi juu umeenda hivyo, wewe endelea, ukifika somewhere you turn left, you turn right. So I'd ask, naweza ambia wase, take your life, ifanye life yako ikae hivyo. If things don't go your way, use that path to go back to your goal. Sijui kama umenielewa.
Yeah. So I think tukienda kumalizia, naweza uliza swali. How can someone like be successful and live the life they want? Ni aspects gani ndio tunafaa kuwa nazo?
Ndio
Kwanza
ukuwe
unafaa kuwa
Successful.
na ukuwe na the life you want.
You're supposed to be disciplined. Discipline goes a long way.
Yeah.
Me, I believe, personally, I believe in respect. Like, heshima si utumwa. And respect is a two-way thing. Respect me, I respect you. So, I'd say, ndio ufike kwenye unataka, you need, first of all, God akusaidie, guide your way ahead. And then you need a lot of discipline and a lot of respect. Yeah.
Also to add that, kwa hiyo nini yako, consistency.
Consistency.
Yeah, so watu wengi wananiuliza, how do you like release your episodes? Unafanya aje? Like how do you manage your podcast? Watu wanafikiria ni rahisi. It's not. Ukiuliza wa director hapa kuedit hizo, like creating time kama sahi, it's not easy kutafuta ma guests. Na nena niambianga, tumepata guest, naambia bado. Tafuta guest, it's not easy.
It's not easy. Hata mimi mwenyewe nimejaribu.
Msana kulenga, msana anaona like hakuna kwenye mtu like
yeah.
Nothing A, B and C and D.
Like kuna mwingine alienda kumuuliza like, can you be a guest? Anauliza utanilipa pesa ngapi?
They don't want to do it.
Yeah, they don't want to
just
do
from
it.
their heart.
Yeah, so it's not
Na
easy.
hatuna pesa.
Na kuna pesa maze kwa podcast, msitumie kwa kitu. So
tuta drop number pale chini.
Sina fuliza.
Uzuri tuko na treasurer wetu hapa, mnatutumia kwa kitu.
Hana fuliza, hana hustler.
Sina hustler fund.
Yeah, so
sitakula pesa.
Alafu kitu kingine, let's say naona hii join anamulika sana. Let's say kuna kuset goals. Lazima tu set goals. Realistic goals kwa life yetu. Ndio.
Yeah.
Lazima consistency, setting goals,
respect,
discipline, hard work.
Add on that niseme, first of all ni God.
Yeah.
Topmost for your list ni God. And then mi naweza sema responsibility. Okay, for me, mi niko job. I take for me kwenye mi department nafanya, tunapewa work in terms of monthly basis. Unapewa paperwork yako ya mwezi. Unaweza ongezewa during the month, but at the first day mwezi mkianza unapewa paperwork yako. So if you are responsible enough, by then unaweza maliza your paperwork within very few days. Na ufanye your other businesses na haita interfere na your job because ulimaliza your part. So when I say responsibility, I mean like take your life, be responsible for it. Ichukue. If unaenda job by 7, calculate how long do I take to get up, how long do I take to kujipanga, toka hapa mpaka town ni how long, nikikosa matatu how long will it take. Put all those factors into consideration. Ndio ukiset your timeline, ukisema okay, now nimeona toka kwangu mpaka job ni about 1 hour 30 minutes. Hiyo ni after consider all the negatives na positives. Consider nikiweza kosa matu kutaenda aje, nikiweza chelewa, nikiweza fika pale nguo ichafuke or something. So with that, unaanza kuwa responsible in that. I make sure every day I am awake by this time. Nikichelewa by this time, ndio isi interfere na your normal day program. So in that, haita affect your goal. If your goal today was to earn 2,000, ukichelewa with 30 minutes, your pesa inashuka by 1,000 ama hata by 100 depending. So you being responsible puts you in a position where you are able to control your life.
Okay, I think for me everything just circles back to discipline, because responsibility, hard work, and and timekeeping and all that just circles back to just how disciplined you are as a human being. Because okay, I was listening to something sometime last year and mtu alikuwa ananiambia alikuwa anasema there's a reason why some of these things are called disciplines, like discipline of mathematics, discipline of law, discipline of something. That's how most of these things are called. And for those who are still maybe studying something, there's a reason as to why you're acquiring a discipline in something. Like this is a discipline of mathematics, you get, because it requires to a certain extent some degree of discipline. And discipline, if you are disciplined as a person, you don't need someone else to supervise you or to walk over your shoulder, because you'll do everything. You'll do everything you're required to do. You'll do everything that you need to do. You will assess things from any or every point of view, and your discipline will just tell you that this is what needs to be done by this time and at this time and this and this and this. And I was listening to something as well, I think along those lines of discipline, and person was saying, for these people, say boxing or people who like run a track race or something, they have to endure the discipline of practicing daily, of eating certain kinds of foods, of showing up for practice at this particular time, and living for practicing for a certain number of hours, and showing up daily. That is essentially what it takes for discipline, for showing up in your life, for showing up for work, showing up for people you love, for showing up. It all goes back to how disciplined are you as a person, for you to be able to know that this is what is required of me, this is the amount of work I need to put in, and this is how ready I need to be by this time and by this hour and all that. But I think, just as my friend here had said, topmost of the list is God, because as a man you can only plan, you can only say what you want to do, but it is God who establishes the work of our hands. We can only say, this is what I want my life to look like, this is what I want to achieve, these are the successes I'm going for. But if God does not establish the work of your hands, trust you me, it is as good as any mortal lips can move. You just say you want to buy a house, but if you do not commit your plans to the Lord, and He actually executes or establishes them in His own wisdom and power, then it is as good as nothing, honestly.
Yeah. So, do you guys have anything to add?
Okay, so I think I'd say tukimalizia, you're owning your life is a process. Owning your life is not something that happens overnight. Hautaamka useme, this is now my life. Like
it's a process.
Hautaamka useme, it's like this, it's like this. It's not magic.
Yeah.
It's not some juju stuff you will do. Owning your life is a process, and for you to get to your life, you have to embrace the process. You also have to acknowledge that the process won't go exactly as planned.
Yeah.
It's a step 1, step 2, hapo katikati step 3 unafaa kuweka the part that kuna rerouting, like step 1 step 2 inaenda vizuri, then step 3 fail.
Hata unaweza kuwa like unaona vile make progress, inaweza fika mahali iache tena urudi
back to step 1. Yeah. So you also have to have, at the back of your mind, you also have to have the plan that it won't go as you want.
Yeah.
That's why amesema put your plans to God. Ukiweka plans zako kwa Mungu, trust me, nothing, hata zikienda vibaya bado zitaenda vizuri.
Yeah.
Zitaenda vibaya in a good way.
Yeah.
So if you put your plans to God, He will make sure you will get your goal if it is in His plan.
Yeah.
If God has willed in His plan ufike kwenye wewe unataka, even no matter what comes to what, you will go back, you will still get there. So accept the process,
yeah.
Embrace the process,
Mm-hmm.
and ipeleke tu pole pole. Okay, hivyo ndo mimi naweza malizia.
Anyone?
Mimi naweza sema tumesahau self belief, kujiaminia. as much as you want what you want, jiaminie you can get what you want. Juu kama uko 50-50, trust you me, haiwezi kuja. So jiaminie, anza na kuomba Mungu akupe hiyo nguvu ya kujiaminia that you can do it no matter the challenges zitakuja katikati. Endelea tu kujiaminia because at the end of the day, kama hujiamini haiwezi work. Yeah.
So I think my friends hapo wamesema a lot and it's so educative. I've learned a lot today and so ongeza.
I think I'd just like to end by just noting a few things I've picked up from the panelists today. And one thing that has resurfaced in my mind, I think, is discipline. And it was deeply etched in my mind, I think, last year. But, time happens and you forget some of these things. And I just specifically want to thank, I think, the organizers for this particular episode. And I hope you pick the same things as well. But for me, I think one is discipline, number two is responsibility, because it is just upon you and your back to shoulder the rest of your life. And I think henceforth I will take responsibility for my life and I will be a bit more disciplined.
So maybe kabla umalize, tell us your social media accounts. So pale Twitter, Telegram.
Siko Twitter, Telegram. Well, I'm not particularly very active on social media. So, but if you really want to get a hold of me, you can find me on Instagram at Nyakanga. I think that's my handle. That's my third name. Yeah, I think that's my handle.
So kwa wale wajui, that's my sister. And naona vitu tunafanana kidogo. So
don't be fooled.
Wongo.
Two sides of the same coin. Two sides of the same coin.
You can be mistaken for twins, by the way. Is it correct?
Yeah.
So yendo nanifuata and the other one I'll introduce pole pole. And so thank you so much. Let's see you guys on the next episode. Peace.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Get to ye. Hakuna mtu anaongea hivyo.